the mysterious Navajo Dine Nation Bigfoot photograph. In recent years, the Mogollon Rim region of Arizona, within the Navajo Dine Nation, has become known not only for its stunning desert landscape, but also for a series of mysterious sightings of a creature that has captured the imaginations of locals and enthusiasts worldwide. Recently, a photograph emerged that seems to provide compelling evidence of the presence of Bigfoot in this rugged region. The photo, allegedly taken by a local, depicts a large humanoid figure holding what appears to be a deer it has hunted. The release of this image has reignited long-standing legends and sparked debates among Bigfoot researchers, cryptozoologists, and skeptics alike. It has since made its way to several Bigfoot Facebook groups, where it has gained widespread attention, with many enthusiasts pointing to it as some of the most convincing evidence of Bigfoot's existence. The Mogollon Rim is a massive escarpment that cuts across Arizona, forming a dramatic transition between the high desert of the Colorado Plateau and the lower desert regions of the state. Known for its rugged, forested terrain, deep canyons, and secluded valleys, the area is a prime setting for Bigfoot lore, with reports of sightings dating back generations among the Navajo Dine people. According to local accounts, the creature in the photograph may not be alone. Many in the area believe that a family of these elusive creatures inhabits the more remote parts of the Mogollon Rim, thriving in its rugged environment where few humans venture. The photograph has been the subject of intense analysis among Bigfoot enthusiasts, with some claiming it is one of the clearest captures of the creature to date. Unlike many Bigfoot images, which are often blurry or indistinct, this photo appears to show remarkable detail. The figure is large and upright, with broad shoulders and a muscular frame, distinguishable features often associated with Bigfoot. Its hair is dark and appears dense, covering its entire body. In its arms, the creature seems to hold a deer, a detail that has fascinated many. If the photograph is genuine, it would indicate not only the presence of Bigfoot, but also suggest that these creatures are active hunters, capable of capturing and killing prey, a behavior that aligns with some local accounts but has been rare in visual documentation. The Navajo Dine people have long held beliefs about mysterious creatures inhabiting the wilderness, and stories of Bigfoot or similar beings are well known within the community. Known as skinwalkers, or yeitso, these beings are said to be powerful entities with abilities beyond human understanding. The Navajo maintain that these creatures are deeply connected to the land and exist in a realm that humans are not meant to fully understand. For many in the community, Bigfoot is seen not merely as a creature, but as a symbol of nature's power and mystery, a living testament to forces and life forms that exist beyond the reach of human influence. As the photograph circulated through Bigfoot research circles and online communities, it quickly became a topic of heated discussion and speculation. The image was shared across numerous Bigfoot Facebook groups, where users debated its authenticity, speculated on the creature's behavior, and shared similar stories of encounters. For believers, the photograph was a landmark moment, offering what they consider concrete evidence that Bigfoot is not only real, but is capable of complex behaviors like hunting. Many pointed out that this behavior supports the theory that Bigfoot is an intelligent, adaptable creature with an omnivorous diet, capable of surviving in the wild by hunting animals, a behavior that would place it closer to humans and other large primates than previously thought. Skeptics, however, have raised questions about the photographer's authenticity, arguing that it could be the result of digital manipulation or a hoax involving a person in a costume. Others argue that the clarity of the photograph itself is suspect, as Bigfoot sightings typically come in the form of blurry, indistinct images due to the creature's elusive nature. Adding to the lore surrounding this particular sighting are local accounts from residents and Navajo Dine Nation members who have reported similar sightings over the years. Many claim to have heard strange howls echoing through the forest at night, or have spotted large, human-like footprints in the mud near remote trails. Some say they have glimpsed tall, shadowy figures moving through the trees, always disappearing before they could be clearly seen. These accounts have been passed down through generations, intertwining with Navajo folklore and giving rise to a unique regional mythology surrounding Bigfoot. In recent years, researchers and enthusiasts have increasingly turned their attention to the Mogollon Rim area, seeing it as one of the last great wildernesses in the continental United States where a large, unidentified creature might evade detection. The dense forest, intersected by steep ravines and remote plateaus, provides an ideal habitat for an elusive creature. Bigfoot hunters argue that, given the lack of human presence in many parts of the Mogollon Rim, it is entirely plausible that a family of Bigfoot could exist undetected, thriving in a habitat that provides ample food and cover. As the photograph continues to circulate and spark debate, it has helped to draw new attention to Bigfoot research and the enduring mystery of the creature. For those who believe, the image is more than just a photograph. It's a validation of years of sightings, stories, and unproven claims. For others, it's another tantalizing piece of folklore, a modern myth brought to life in a single snapshot that fuels the imagination and keeps the mystery alive. Whether this photograph is ultimately proven to be real or debunked as a hoax, it serves as a reminder of humanity's fascination with the unknown and our enduring hope that there are still undiscovered mysteries hiding in the world's wild places. The Washington Bigfoot. In the dense, mist-covered forests of Washington state, known for their towering pines and vast expanses of untouched wilderness, an unexpected sighting has once again captured the attention of Bigfoot enthusiasts and skeptics alike. Recently, a photograph emerged that appears to show a figure resembling Bigfoot standing near a small stream, as if engaged in a search for food. The individual who captured the image, a hiker enjoying the tranquility of Washington's remote woodlands, reported that they had only noticed the creature after examining their photos later. The mysterious figure, massive and distinctly humanoid, stands near the edge of a clear stream with a posture that suggests it could be hunting or scavenging for food. Since its release, the photograph has reignited interest in the lore surrounding Bigfoot, drawing discussions across various platforms and adding yet another chapter to the ever-growing body of Bigfoot sightings in the Pacific Northwest. Washington state has long been a hotbed of Bigfoot activity, with countless sightings and tales of this elusive creature reported by locals, hunters, hikers, and campers. Known for its secluded forests, Washington offers vast regions of wilderness where few humans venture, making it a prime location for sightings of mysterious creatures. The sheer remoteness and density of these woodlands provide cover for a creature rumored to be exceptionally adept at evading human detection. Bigfoot, or Sasquatch, as it's often referred to by Native American tribes in the region, is seen as a creature intertwined with nature, possessing an intelligence and instinct that allow it to thrive in isolation. The photograph in question is distinct from many previous Bigfoot images due to its setting and the creature's apparent activity. In the photo, the figure, tall, covered in dark hair, and with a powerful build, stands by the water's edge, slightly bent forward, as though examining the stream's contents. The scene suggests an air of purpose. Many who have viewed the photograph believe the creature might be foraging or even attempting to catch fish, which would align with theories suggesting that Bigfoot is omnivorous. The eyewitness, a local hiker who prefers to remain anonymous, reported that they were following a trail near the stream when they heard faint rustling sounds nearby. Although they didn't see anything immediately, they felt watched, a sensation that compelled them to snap a few pictures in the general direction of the sound. Only later, upon reviewing the photos, did they realize they may have captured a rare glimpse of Bigfoot. As the photograph circulated online, it attracted a flurry of attention in Bigfoot research communities, social media, and even among amateur wildlife photographers. Unlike many Bigfoot images, which are often blurry or taken from afar, this photograph appears relatively clear, providing enough detail to observe the figure's shape, posture, and apparent size. Many viewers pointed out the creature's thick, muscular frame and lengthy limbs, characteristics often associated with reported Bigfoot sightings. The figure's posture, slightly hunched, with an arm extended toward the water, suggests purposeful movement, as if it were actively engaged in something, possibly hunting or gathering food. This specific activity aligns with theories that Bigfoot is both an intelligent and adaptable forager, capable of utilizing the resources in its environment to sustain itself. Bigfoot researchers and enthusiasts have long speculated about the creature's dietary habits, with many believing it to be an omnivore. Some argue that Bigfoot might eat a diet similar to that of bears, including berries, roots, nuts, and small animals, supplemented by fish or other protein sources available in streams and rivers. The Pacific Northwest, rich in salmon, trout, and other fish species, would offer a reliable food source for a creature capable of catching fish by hand. In fact, similar behavior has been documented in other primates, such as chimpanzees and orangutans, which occasionally hunt or fish in the wild. If the figure in the photograph is indeed Bigfoot, its stance by the stream could indicate that it was employing a similar survival strategy, suggesting a level of intelligence and adaptability often attributed to the elusive creature. The photograph also drew comparisons to other historical sightings, with some enthusiasts pointing out similarities to the famous 1967 Patterson-Gimlin film, which captured an alleged Bigfoot in Northern California. In both cases, the figure appears to be a large bipedal creature with distinct features, such as a broad chest, long limbs, and a somewhat upright posture. Supporters of the Bigfoot phenomenon argue that these similarities strengthen the case for Bigfoot's existence as a genuine undiscovered species, one capable of surviving in remote forests with minimal human interaction. Many have emphasized that the consistency of reported characteristics across sightings and media lends credibility to Bigfoot's potential as a real creature. Despite the intrigue surrounding the photo, skeptics have raised questions about its authenticity, as is often the case with Bigfoot sightings. The eyewitness's account, combined with the unusual circumstances of the encounter, lends credibility to the idea that the photograph could represent an unplanned glimpse into the daily life of Bigfoot. Many also argue that the creature's posture and behavior, which seem focused and deliberate, are difficult to fake convincingly, particularly without the awareness of the creature being photographed. Whether genuine or not, this photograph from Washington's wild forests has added to the enduring mystique of Bigfoot, drawing renewed attention to the possibility of undiscovered species dwelling in the planet's remaining wilderness. For believers, the photograph serves as another piece of evidence supporting the reality of Bigfoot, a symbol of untamed nature and a creature that continues to elude human understanding. Bigfoot photograph captured 5 miles away from Bluff Creek. In the world of Bigfoot sightings, few locations are as legendary as Bluff Creek, California. Known as the site where the famous Patterson-Gimlin film of Bigfoot was captured in 1967, this dense and secluded region has been at the center of Bigfoot lore for over half a century. Recently, another sighting has rekindled the fascination with Bluff Creek and its surrounding wilderness. Just 5 miles from this iconic site, a new photograph emerged showing what appears to be a remarkably clear image of a creature resembling Bigfoot. Unlike the usual blurry or distant images commonly associated with Bigfoot sightings, this photo has struck many as one of the clearest images of the elusive creature to date. Shared widely across various Bigfoot-focused Facebook groups, the photograph has sparked heated discussions and debate, with many enthusiasts hailing it as potentially the most compelling evidence of Bigfoot's existence in recent years. The photo itself, taken by a hiker exploring the area, shows a large, upright figure standing partially obscured by trees and foliage. The figure appears to have a muscular build, with broad shoulders, long limbs, and thick, dark hair covering its entire body. The clarity of the image allows viewers to discern details such as the creature's fur texture, the shape of its limbs, and even the contours of its face, which gives it a distinctly humanoid appearance. Unlike many previous Bigfoot photos, where poor lighting or distant vantage points make the creature's features hard to make out, this image offers an up-close perspective that has intrigued both seasoned researchers and casual observers alike. The area where the photograph was taken, just miles from Bluff Creek, is known for its dense, mountainous forests and limited human activity. Bluff Creek and its surrounding wilderness areas have a reputation for being some of the least explored regions in Northern California, providing an ideal setting for a large, elusive creature to avoid detection. The hiker who took the photo, an amateur wildlife enthusiast familiar with the local trails, reported that they had been moving quietly through the forest when they noticed movement out of the corner of their eye. Startled but curious, they raised their camera and snapped a series of photos before the creature disappeared into the thick underbrush. Only later, upon reviewing the photos, did the hiker realize the possible significance of what they had captured. Since its appearance online, the photograph has circulated widely within Bigfoot communities, especially on Facebook groups dedicated to sightings and discussions of the creature. It didn't take long for the image to spark fervent discussions, with some group members calling it one of the clearest Bigfoot photos ever taken. Enthusiasts have dissected every aspect of the image, pointing out the anatomical details that they argue differentiate it from a human or a known animal, such as the unique proportions of the limbs and torso. Some have noted that the creature's arms seem longer and more powerful than those of an average human, while its legs appear thick and built for strength, potentially adapted for navigating rough, forested terrain. One of the reasons why the photograph has garnered so much attention is the historical significance of Bluff Creek itself. The 1967 Patterson-Gimlin film, taken at Bluff Creek, remains one of the most famous and debated pieces of Bigfoot evidence in existence. The film, which shows a large, hairy creature walking through a clearing, has been analyzed, disputed, and defended by Bigfoot researchers and skeptics for decades. The new photograph taken near this site has only added to the intrigue, leading some to speculate that Bluff Creek and its surrounding areas may indeed be home to a population of these mysterious creatures. The fact that this recent image was taken so close to Bluff Creek gives it a sense of continuity with the Patterson-Gimlin film, as though the same creature, or its descendants, might still inhabit this secluded area. While many Bigfoot enthusiasts have embraced the photograph as strong evidence, skeptics have also weighed in, offering alternative explanations. Some argue that the image could depict a person in a costume, possibly a hoaxer attempting to recreate the Patterson-Gimlin film in the same iconic location. Others suggest that the lighting and perspective of the photo might be playing tricks on the viewer, giving a known animal or even a human an exaggerated Bigfoot-like appearance. However, proponents of the photograph's authenticity argue that the creature's proportions and stance seem difficult to fake convincingly, and that the clarity of the image provides enough detail to rule out simpler explanations. Regardless of perspective, the photograph has revived public interest in Bigfoot, and, specifically, in the legendary Bluff Creek region. As the photograph continues to circulate, more experts in Bigfoot research have begun to weigh in, some expressing cautious optimism that this image could indeed be one of the most compelling pieces of evidence captured in recent years. Researchers who have studied the Patterson-Gimlin film and other Bigfoot sightings have noted similarities between the creature in the new photo and the figure from the 1967 film. These parallels have led some researchers to speculate that Bluff Creek may serve as a kind of sanctuary for the creature, a theory that aligns with the remote and rugged nature of the area. The debate surrounding the photograph reflects a larger, ongoing fascination with Bigfoot that persists despite decades of skepticism and unproven sightings. For many, Bigfoot symbolizes the unknown and the idea that there are still mysteries left in the world's wild places. The possibility of an undiscovered primate inhabiting North America's vast wilderness is both thrilling and humbling, a reminder that the natural world still holds secrets beyond our understanding. Whether the photograph ultimately proves to be authentic evidence or not, it has reignited this sense of wonder, drawing new interest to the mystery of Bigfoot and the legendary Bluff Creek region. The clear photograph taken near Bluff Creek represents more than just an image. It is a testament to the enduring allure of Bigfoot research and humanity's quest to understand the unknown. A man captured a photograph of a Bigfoot outside his tent. In the vast and uncharted wilderness of North America, tales of encounters with Bigfoot, the elusive and legendary ape-like creature, continue to intrigue both believers and skeptics alike. Stories of strange footprints, eerie sounds, and sightings of large, hairy creatures lurking in the woods have circulated for decades. Recently, a photograph shared by a man who wishes to remain anonymous has captured the attention of the public and reignited the debate about the existence of Bigfoot. The image shows a large, shadowy figure standing just outside the man's tent, a figure that, to many, bears a striking resemblance to the fabled Bigfoot. The photograph, allegedly taken somewhere in the remote wilderness of North America, has since gone viral, with viewers divided between awe and skepticism as they analyze the image's authenticity and what it could mean. The anonymous hiker posted the photo on a popular outdoor and Bigfoot Facebook page, accompanied by a brief description of his terrifying experience. He explained that he was camping alone in a remote area, far from any marked trails or campsites, seeking solitude and an opportunity to reconnect with nature. It was late in the evening, with the forest growing dark and the only sounds being the rustling of leaves and the occasional call of nocturnal animals. As he sat in his tent, preparing to settle down for the night, he suddenly heard heavy footsteps crunching through the underbrush, growing louder as they approached his campsite. Frozen with fear, he remained silent, listening to the slow, deliberate movements outside his tent. Gathering his courage, he grabbed his phone and carefully unzipped the tent just enough to peer outside. What he saw, he claimed, sent chills down his spine. A massive, hairy figure, towering and broad-shouldered, standing just a few feet away. The creature appeared to be staring directly at his tent, its eyes gleaming in the dim light. Acting quickly, he snapped a photo before the creature turned and disappeared back into the woods. The photograph, which has since been widely shared online, shows a tall, dark figure outside the tent. Despite the low light conditions, the image captures enough detail to reveal a large, humanoid shape covered in what appears to be thick fur. The figure's silhouette is unmistakably broad, with long arms that hang by its sides. Although the facial features are difficult to discern, many viewers noted that the outline of the head and shoulders resembles the classic descriptions of Bigfoot, a tall, muscular creature with a cone-shaped head and powerful build. The ambiguity of the photograph has led to intense scrutiny and debate among enthusiasts and skeptics alike. Supporters of the image's authenticity argue that the details match those of other reported Bigfoot sightings, from the massive size of the figure to the proportion of its limbs. They believe that the photo is one of the clearest and most compelling pieces of evidence to emerge in recent years, offering a rare close-up glimpse of the creature. Others, however, remain skeptical. Critics argue that the image could easily be staged or manipulated, suggesting that the figure might be a person in a costume or even a well-crafted hoax designed to generate attention. One of the most controversial aspects of the photograph is the lack of specific information provided by the anonymous hiker. While he claimed the photo was taken in North America, he refused to reveal the exact location or even the state where the encounter occurred. This decision has fueled speculation on both sides of the debate. On the one hand, some believe that his anonymity and reluctance to disclose the location are signs of authenticity. Perhaps he fears ridicule or unwanted attention if he were to reveal his identity. Others argue that if the photo were genuine, he would have nothing to hide and would want as much information as possible to be shared so that researchers could investigate the area. The online community has responded passionately to the post, with opinions sharply divided. For believers, the photo represents a breakthrough, a rare and valuable piece of evidence that could help prove the existence of Bigfoot. Many users expressed their support for the man, praising him for his bravery in sharing the image despite the inevitable skepticism. Some even shared their own stories of strange encounters in the wilderness, arguing that the image fits with the descriptions and sightings reported by others over the years. Others have taken a more cautious approach, expressing interest in the photo while acknowledging the lack of verifiable information. They argue that while the image is intriguing, more evidence is needed before any definitive conclusions can be drawn. They called for experts in photo analysis and wildlife tracking to examine the image more closely, hoping that further investigation might yield more insights. Whether the photograph is authentic or not, its impact on the Bigfoot community and beyond is undeniable. The story highlights the enduring allure of the Bigfoot legend, a mysterious creature that continues to captivate the human imagination, especially in regions like North America, where vast wilderness areas remain largely unexplored. For those who believe, each new sighting or photograph represents a tantalizing possibility, a chance to uncover the truth behind one of the world's most famous cryptids. The photo also illustrates the challenge of proving the existence of such a creature. Even in the age of smartphones and high-resolution cameras, most evidence remains inconclusive, often shrouded in ambiguity or accompanied by unverifiable claims. Yet, it is precisely this mystery that keeps the legend of Bigfoot alive. The possibility that, somewhere in the depths of the forest, an undiscovered species continues to evade human detection. Trail camera photo captured in the summer of 2024 shows a large, hairy humanoid. In the summer of 2024, a remarkable and controversial photograph emerged from the depths of the Washington wilderness. A man named Mr. Harper, an avid outdoorsman and wildlife enthusiast, captured what many believe could be the clearest image yet of Bigfoot, the elusive and legendary creature that has fascinated people for generations. The image, taken from a trail camera Harper had set up to monitor wildlife activity, shows a large humanoid figure covered in dark, shaggy hair walking through the dense forest. Washington state has long been considered one of the most likely habitats for Bigfoot. The state's vast stretches of forest, rugged mountains, and remote, unexplored areas provide the perfect environment for a large, elusive creature to evade human detection. In fact, the Pacific Northwest region as a whole, including parts of Oregon and Northern California, is well known for its Bigfoot sightings. For decades, people have reported encounters with the creature, describing it as a tall, ape-like being covered in fur, often walking upright like a human. Mr. Harper, who has lived in the state his entire life, was well aware of these stories. As a wildlife enthusiast, he frequently explored Washington's wilderness and had always been curious about the local Bigfoot legends. While he remained skeptical about the existence of the creature, he decided to place trail cameras in remote parts of the forest near his property, hoping to capture images of deer, bears, and other wildlife. Little did he know that his camera would soon capture something far more extraordinary. In mid-July 2024, Harper went to retrieve the memory card from one of his trail cameras, which he had set up deep in the forest, about 15 miles from his home near Mount Rainier. It was an area where he had previously spotted a variety of wildlife, and he was eager to see what the camera had recorded. As he scrolled through the images, he initially saw the usual shots of deer, raccoons, and the occasional black bear. However, one image stood out, a figure unlike anything he had ever seen before. The photograph showed a large bipedal creature walking through a clearing in the forest. The figure was covered in thick, dark hair from head to toe and stood at what Harper estimated to be over 7 feet tall. Its muscular frame and long arms suggested a creature of immense strength. The head appeared slightly cone-shaped, and although its face was partially obscured by foliage, the broad shoulders and upright posture were unmistakably humanoid. Unlike the common animals he had photographed before, this figure had no resemblance to anything Harper could recognize. Harper was stunned. He knew the trail camera could not be tampered with, as it was securely mounted and located in a remote spot, far from any hiking trails or human activity. After carefully inspecting the image to ensure it was not a digital glitch or a prank, he became convinced that he had captured something extraordinary. Without knowing what else to do, he decided to post the photograph online, sharing it with both the Bigfoot community and his own circle of friends. The response was immediate. Once Harper's image was submitted to social media pages, it quickly drew the attention of both Bigfoot enthusiasts and skeptics. Believers praised the photograph as one of the most convincing pieces of evidence to emerge in recent years. The clarity of the image, combined with the apparent size and posture of the figure, led many to argue that this was the closest thing to proof of Bigfoot's existence. Some even claimed that the image matched descriptions from other sightings in the Pacific Northwest, with the cone-shaped head, long arms, and shaggy hair being consistent with previous reports. Several members of the cryptozoology community reached out to Harper, eager to learn more about the location of the sighting and to investigate the area themselves. Harper, however, was cautious about revealing the exact spot, worried that an influx of people could disrupt the local wildlife or compromise the integrity of the site. Nevertheless, he cooperated with a few researchers who visited the area, hoping they might uncover additional evidence, such as tracks or hair samples. On the other hand, skeptics were quick to criticize the image. Some argued that the photograph, while intriguing, could easily be a misidentification of a common animal, such as a bear standing on its hind legs or a person wearing a costume. Whether real or not, Harper's photograph has added a new chapter to the ongoing legend of Bigfoot. It has reinvigorated the debate about the existence of the creature and prompted renewed interest in the vast wilderness areas of Washington state. Enthusiasts have begun organizing expeditions to search for additional evidence, using Harper's sighting as a guide. Some researchers have even set up their own trail cameras in the area, hoping to capture another glimpse of the mysterious creature. For Harper, the experience has been both exciting and overwhelming. While he never expected the photograph to gain so much attention, he remains open to the possibility that the figure he captured could indeed be a Bigfoot. At the same time, he acknowledges the need for scientific analysis and further investigation to validate the sighting. He continues to work with a small team of researchers, hoping to uncover more evidence and provide a definitive answer. Bigfoot droppings found. The dense forests of the Pacific Northwest have long been considered the epicenter of Bigfoot lore. Recently, a new claim has surfaced, one that has reignited interest in Bigfoot's existence. A hiker exploring the remote trails of the Pacific Northwest claimed to have discovered what he believes to be Bigfoot droppings, a discovery that has sparked debate among the cryptozoological community and intrigued both skeptics and believers. The hiker was trekking through a dense forest when he stumbled upon something he had never seen before. While navigating a narrow trail deep in the woods, he noticed an unusually large mound of droppings along the path. The man, an experienced outdoorsman with years of hiking experience, was immediately struck by the size and appearance of the feces. At first, he thought it might belong to a large animal, such as a bear, but upon closer inspection, he noticed certain features that did not align with the droppings of any known animal in the region. The man described the droppings as being significantly larger than those of a bear, with a more cylindrical shape. The texture and appearance suggested that it came from a creature with a mixed diet, with some suggesting that it could consist of plant material, seeds, and what appeared to be small bones, perhaps from small animals or fish. The hiker immediately suspected that he had stumbled upon evidence of something extraordinary. He carefully photographed the droppings, took note of his GPS location, and even collected a small sample, placing it in a sealed plastic bag for further examination. Upon returning from his hike, the man shared his discovery on various online forums dedicated to Bigfoot sightings and research. He posted photographs of the droppings and provided a detailed description of the location and the circumstances under which he found them. His post quickly gained traction among the Bigfoot community, with many enthusiasts expressing excitement over the possibility that these droppings could provide evidence of the elusive creature's existence. Some members of the cryptid community argued that the size and composition of the droppings aligned with previous reports and theories about Bigfoot's diet. Given that the Pacific Northwest is filled with abundant wildlife, plant life, and water sources, it is believed that a large primate like Bigfoot could thrive there by consuming a varied diet similar to that of other omnivores, such as bears. The inclusion of small bones and seeds in the droppings supported the idea that the creature might be opportunistically feeding on small animals and fish, as well as foraging for berries and other vegetation. The location of the man's discovery also added to its credibility in the eyes of Bigfoot researchers. The remote forests near Mount Hood are known for their dense foliage, steep terrain, and lack of human presence, ideal conditions for a large, reclusive animal to exist undetected. Several Bigfoot sightings have been reported in the area over the years, and the region is considered one of the prime locations for those searching for evidence of the creature. His discovery of the droppings seemed to fit into this pattern, suggesting that he may have stumbled upon a habitat frequented by Bigfoot. In the meantime, the man said that he planned another expedition to the area, this time with a small group of fellow Bigfoot researchers. Their goal was to set up trail cameras and search for other signs of Bigfoot's presence, such as footprints, broken branches, or additional droppings. By returning to the site, they hoped to gather more evidence that could support or refute his original finding. The ongoing debate over the droppings has highlighted the challenges and complexities involved in research. While the discovery remains unproven, it has nevertheless sparked interest in the region and drawn more attention to the possibility that Bigfoot could be roaming the forests of the Pacific Northwest. Some in the Bigfoot community view the discovery as a potential breakthrough, while others remain cautious, awaiting more substantial evidence. If the droppings the man found are eventually proven to belong to an unknown species, the implications could be significant. Finding physical evidence of Bigfoot would be a milestone in the field of Bigfoot research, offering tangible proof that this legendary creature is not just a figment of imagination or folklore. It could potentially spark a new wave of scientific interest in the Pacific Northwest, leading to more expeditions and research into the area's wildlife and ecosystems. Man captured Bigfoot while hearing tree knocks. Tales of these elusive humanoid creatures, sometimes called Sasquatch, have been passed down through folklore, and even in our technologically advanced age, sightings continue to be reported. One such account recently emerged from a social media user who claimed to have encountered a Bigfoot deep within the woods. His description of the encounter was vivid and detailed. He claimed the creature saw him, picked up a stick, and performed a classic tree knock before disappearing into the forest. However, despite the detail of his account, he did not provide a specific time or location, leading to both intrigue and skepticism among his audience.